Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin wassalatu wassalamu ala asyrafil anbiya'i wal mursalin sayyidina wa maulana Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Amma ba'd.
The Excellency Mr. Ahmad Wahibul Amin as the headmaster of Al-Karimi Islamic Senior High School. Honorable all of the juries, Mr. Farihul Ibad and Mr. Muhammad Tayyib Sofi. Respectable all of the participants and dear brothers and sisters. First of all, let's thank to our God, Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, the Lord of Lords, the King of Universe, who bestows His blessing and riches for human beings. Secondly, salawat and salam always be given to our beloved Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, who has guided us from the darkness to the brightness, from the stupidity era to the cleverness era.
As the master of ceremony, I will read several sequences of our agenda. First agenda is opening, second is reading the rules, and the last is closing. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's open this competition by reciting Al-Fatiha together. Al-Fatiha. And the next agenda is reading the rules.
Oke, jadi storytelling dengan waktu maksimal 7 menit. Lampu kuning pertama yaitu persiapan, lampu hijau durasi storytelling berlangsung, lampu kuning kedua yaitu waktu kurang 1 menit, lampu merah dan bel waktu selesai. Ladies and gentlemen, let's begin the storytelling competitions. Let's call participant number 1, Aulia Fatima. For participant number 1, time and place is yours.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Aulia Fatima Zahratusita. I'm from MTSN Gresik. I would like to tell you guys a story about Mulan. Many years ago, China was in a great war. And the emperor said that each man from the Chinese family must leave his family to be the soldier. Mulan heard that news when she's outside washing clothes. She ran into her house. Father, did you know what the emperor said? Yes, I heard that in town. I must pack up and go quick. Your brother is a child. He cannot go. Yes, I know he's still a little. But I have an idea. She go into her room, cut off her long black hair with her sword. Then she put on her father's robe. Look at me, father. I am your son now. I will go to be the soldier. No, my daughter, you cannot do this. If they find out you are a woman, you can probably die. And Mulan said, no one will find out. Mulan kissed her father goodbye and said, I love you, father. She go and become the soldier. Many years later, Mulan has become the captain of the battlefield. But some fever has just infected many soldiers, and and Mulan got the favor too. When the doctor go to her tent, then he find out what she really was. The captain was a woman? How can this possibly be? And some saw that, I will not fight for a woman, punish her. But some other soldiers said, with Mulan we won every battle. You cannot do that to our captain. But a soldier ran up with a panic face. A sudden attack is coming. Mulan heard that and go out from her tent. She said, we must hide now. Then we make a sudden attack to them. Her plan was success, and the Chinese win. The emperor said thanks to Mulan and give her many horses and many swords. Mulan come back to her hometown with many swords and many horses. Everyone cheered her up and said thank you to her. With a happy smile, they say thank you, Mulan. So that's my story. Thank you for listening.
Hello.
Hi.
Good afternoon, Aulia Fatima Zatatus. How should I call you?
Sita.
Sita. Okay, you have a very good story, and this is such kind of popular story. Could I give you some questions?
Yes, you can.
Okay, the first question. What is the moral value of this story?
The moral value of this story is, if you are a woman, you can be everything. And you must stand up for someone that interrupt your dream. So that's it.
Okay. So in conclusion, you have to fight to get it through.
Yes.
Really well. That's good. Very inspiring story. I like this. And here, I like to comment about the performance because it's about interpretation of the text. I think you are telling the story based on the text, okay? And then for the gesture or for your body language, when you are joining other competitions or telling story competition, so better to use the body language because it can improve your performance, and also it can help you to speak really smoothly. You can move your hand to right, to left, and also you can move your body step up. For example, your foot to the left or to the right. And for the next is for the creativity. I think you can improve your story. At first time you forgot about story, but you can find that and then you can retell the story, you can remember the story. That's why I like that. Okay,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Sita. Actually, I just want to ask you one question. What is your reason you choose the Mulan of your story?
Can you repeat it?
What is your reason you choose Mulan as your story?
Sorry, I cannot understand what you said. Can you say it in Indonesian?
Okay, like this. There are so many stories, right?
Yes,
Okay, why you choose Mulan as your story over here?
because she's strong and I like her. She's my favorite She's my favorite princess in Disney.
So you want to be like Mulan like that?
Yes.
Okay. Enough is it? Okay. I think I just want to say same with Mr. Yopi over here. Actually, you have a good vocal, but the rest of your gesture, maybe you are too nervous over here.
Yes.
Why?
Because it's my first time doing a storytelling competition.
Oh, it is your first time.
Yes.
Okay, good job. Really good job for the first time. Actually, you still have a lot of time, right?
Yes.
It's not. It's not 5 minutes. There is no 5 minutes. Yeah. So at the next time, I think you have a chance to be better again. Keep your spirit, okay?
Thank you, Mister.
Thank you very much. Okay, enough.
Thank you, everyone.
Okay, thank you.
And the let's call participant number 2. For participant number 2, Miss Rina Sharifah Zain. Time and place is yours.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Shifa. I'm from Islamic Middle School Ma'arif Sidomukti. You can call me Shifa. I want to tell you a story about that house that I read as an imagined story. So there is two best friends that they doing homework in the Linda house. One of them is named Sarah. Linda and Sarah is best friend from a high school that they doing homework together. Sarah said, "What was that, Linda?" "Oh, it's just a house." "Are you sure it's that a house? It's not even look like a house." "Yeah, it's just a house. Doesn't anything that creepy at all." Then Linda started dragging Sarah to Linda's house. Okay, I want to tell you something about that house. So it's just an ordinary house like others, but one day the family that live in the house is having a huge argument that the father is beating up the wife, his two child, and one of the maid that live in the house. They have huge argument until the neighbors come to them to helping the family. But one day, the father came home drunk and he brought wine bottle to beating the daughter until the daughter is died. After that incident, the whole house is silent. But one day in the midnight, they found out the father is killed in the bathtub, and of course they scared about that because it's midnight, 12 a.m. at night. So after his funeral, the son immediately said to the mom, "Mom, the killer who is killed the father is Sissy, who is already died. The mom is silent until they moving out on other country to started having a new life, and the house is they living like that, but the house is broken because of the earthquake. So yeah, it's just a story that short, nothing at all. But the neighbors that living around the house is sometimes they heard girl crying in the corner, or sometimes killed sound that sound of like knife touch the body, and yeah, something like that, you know. Oh, it was creepy, Sarah said with a little trembling in her hand. Yeah, of course, Linda said. The father is out of mind. Of course, he's insane. He already drunk at that time. By the way, thank you for telling the story about that. I think I should getting home right now because it's already going to dark. So, bye. See you next time tomorrow. And Linda said, yeah, goodbye. See you tomorrow in the school. So that's it.
Are you done?
Yes.
Okay. Should I call you Rina?
Yeah?
What's your name?
Shifa.
Sifa. This is not Sharifa.
Yes.
Okay. Actually, it is your own imagination story.
Yes.
But I feel like it is a movie, like a horror movie outside.
Yeah, I mixed them with my own imagination.
Okay, and it is funny that maybe you have some experience to tell like this house, the condition.
No.
No. Okay, so what is the moral value of the story to tell us this time?
I think the family should have maybe reunion together so they have understand feeling of each other, and especially the wife and the husband, because they have a strong relationship with that. That's it.
Okay, a strong relationship is together because they always together and speak up together, right?
Yes.
So I try to read your story over here, but I don't know what is the main problem of the story actually. Why does the father doing like that? What is the main the first problem? Why does the house become like that? What is the first problem over here? The main problem that make the house condition like that?
Oh, I forget to write in that, but
Yeah.
the father is like, yeah, come home drunk and in the midnight just like that. So of course the wife getting worried and started to ask him with a little loud voice.
So the problem is the father is the drunkard. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, that's enough for me.
Okay, thank you, Shifa. Shifa. Don't call me Shifa. I'm better talk anymore. Shifa, what kind of story is this? Is this some kind of horror, or movie, thriller, or comedy? Just tell me about this story.
I think it's thriller. My teacher said that it's your thriller.
Thriller story. Do you understand the meaning of this story?
Yes.
Okay. Did you write this story by your own language?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, and also I think there are some strange words in here, something like drunk and then wine. Do you know wine?
Yeah, it's like maybe alcohol, I think.
Yep. Alcoholic drink. Okay. And then my comment about your performance. Your performance is very good because you can handle what is hard. You can handle the story well, and then you know how to say. You know the intonation and then the pronunciation and the gesture. I think you are lot of gesture. It is better if you are moving forward one step and then moving backward one step and then using your hand. I know it is difficult in using your hand. Why? What is that? While bringing a microphone. But at least you try that. And also for the organization of the story, you are very good in telling this story. And for the creativity, I think you can tell the story flow smoothly. So it is very interesting. Yeah, thank you, Sifa. That's all my comment.
Yeah, that's all. I think I also agree that you have a really good intonation today and you have freestyle. Keep it up.
Give applause. And the next, let's go participant number 3, Hoshi Maulana. For participant number 3, time and place is yours.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Koshimalana Jayadi, and I am here to represent my school, MTSN 1 Lamongan, in this English competition. And now I will storytell a movie titled Jurassic Park. Everybody loves dinosaurs, but the mighty T-Rex, Triceratops, and Velociraptor had disappeared long, long ago. But one day, a kind, wealthy man named John Hammond built a very special park on an island. He invited 3 important scientists, Alan Grant, Ellie Sattler, and Ian Malcolm, for a visit to the island. To these 3 scientists, the island looked like any ordinary island. But what's so special about this place? Alan asked. But then he saw them. Dinosaurs! A whole park full of them. Mr. Hammond explained that his own scientists had fused the DNA of fossilized mosquitoes and frogs, and they were able to replicate dinosaurs. Just then, Mr. Hammond's grandchildren, Lex and Simmerite, couldn't wait to go into the park and see all the dinosaurs. Everybody was so excited for the tour. The first dinosaur they saw was a sick Triceratops. Ellie stayed behind to help the poor Triceratops, while everybody else went ahead with the tour. While they were approaching the T-Rex pen, there was a power failure, and that could only mean one thing. The T-Rex could get out of its electric vents, and it did. The T-Rex chased after them and smashed their tour vehicle. And while Ian distracted the giant beast, Alan helped the kids get away. Ellie and the park warden quickly arrived to save Ian. They barely managed to escape the giant beast. "We need to turn the power back on, and fast," Ellie said urgently. She quickly found the power shed and turned the electricity back on. but a velociraptor found her. Meanwhile, Alan and the kids made it to the visitor center. And while Alan went ahead to look for everyone else, the kids, Lex and Tim, stayed in the cafeteria until two more velociraptors found them. The small but mighty dinosaurs chased after the kids. One darted towards Lex. But it was just Lex's reflection in the shiny metal cabinet. The velociraptor smashed its head into the shiny metal cabinet. The other velociraptor, meanwhile, chased Tim into a large freezer. The velociraptor slipped on the wet floor. Tim dashed out and locked the door, trapping the velociraptor inside. Lex and Tim met up and found Alan and Ellie back in the electrical control room. And while Lex used the computer to call for help, another velociraptor found them. Alan thought they could escape by hiding in the ceiling, but one of the crafty creatures found them. To escape, they climbed down the big bones of a brachiosaurus skeleton in the lobby. But they had company. The last two velociraptors teamed up, and now the humans were trapped. But then, suddenly, the lobby shook with a thunderous roar. It was the T-Rex. The Triceratops stood no chance against this mighty dinosaur. And while the T-Rex and the Triceratops fought, the scientists and the kids quickly made their way to the exit. And now that everyone was safe, they quickly fled off the island, where dinosaurs ruled once again, just as they had ruled the earth millions of years ago. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Hi, buddy.
Hi,
What's your name?
Koshi Maulana Jayati.
Good. How should I call you?
Koshi.
Koshi. Have you ever seen dinosaurs in the real?
Of course not. They're extinct.
Very good. Okay, so why did you choose this story?
Well, it was one of the first series I've ever saw in TV, and it just really stuck to me. I've seen all of the movies that came out.
Okay, very good. And then my next question is about how many days do you practice this storytelling?
I've practiced the storytelling for like 3 days.
Just 3 days.
Yeah.
Wow, it's wonderful. And the result is very, very good. Okay, next is about my comment. I think you can tell the story very good. You know how to emphasize the sentences, and also you know how to stop, how to start. And then your pronunciation is very good. You speak like an American.
Thank you.
Speak like a Native American.
Thank you.
That was amazing. And also, you know how to use your body language. You know how to move the hand, how to move forward, how to move backward. That was incredible. And at the last, maybe this is my advice for the next competition. You can use any tools or instrument, because in every storytelling competition, especially in elementary school, we are using some instrument, something like maybe what is like. If the story is about mouse, so they are wearing the mask. They are wearing a mask. So if the story about dinosaurs, maybe for the next competition you can bring a dice of dinosaurs. Yeah, but everything is very good. That's all my comment. Thank you very much.
Okay, yeah. You know that I'm speechless because of your story. You know that I also like this kind of movies, Jurassic Park. Yeah. How long have you been watching this movie until you mastering about the storyline like this?
The first time I saw Jurassic Park, I was around 11 years old.
You started watching the movie, the English movie?
Yeah.
since you're 8 years old.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe I couldn't give you some advice because I think you can speak better than me.
Thank
Never
you.
really love it. But in this competition, yes, of course, we have to give you some comment like this. To your creativity, like this, maybe you can bring us the imagination of your story over here. Maybe do you want to be some kind of alam here?
Not really.
Not really.
Not really.
But I know that you really like this character, right?
I like the character, but I don't really want to copy it.
What is the best of Alan that you really like the most of this character?
He's courageous. He saved the kids.
Gorgeous,
Yep.
like you.
Thank you.
Okay, I think that's enough because I'm still speechless because of your one question. Yeah.
Okay. I'm so sorry because I'm so curious about your English. My question: how do you study English?
Well, at first, I started watching foreign videos. I didn't really know the meaning of it, but I watched foreign videos when I was like 4, and I just kind of adopted the language. I somehow learned it automatically. I didn't even mean to.
Oh, that's very good. But very good. If you want to be a good speaker, you have to be a good listener. I like that. And also, stop learning English, start using it. That is my aim. Okay, thank you.
I think that's all from us. Thank you very much for your story over here. Good job.
Give applause. And the next, let's call participant number 4 for Lady Dwi Nur Aini. Time and place is yours.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I will introduce myself. My name is Laili Dwi Nur Aini from MTS Putra Putri Simo, and I'm gonna tell my story. One day, there is a man that named Azam. He is such a good guy, and then he really take care of his family and love them so much. And he has a mom that named Fatima. And one night, his mom felt something wrong with his stomach. So she called Azam for some help to go to hospital. She called Azam like, Azam, where are you? And then she said, can you bring me to the hospital right now? And then Azam looked around the house, and then Azam not seeing anything to can bring his mom to the hospital. So he tried to carry his mom as he can, and then as fast as he can, he go to hospital and get her mom the medical from the doctor. And after she get the medical from the doctor and go home from the hospital, Azam really take care of his mom, giving her a good nutrition, and sometimes he give her a massage to give her feel comfortable with her stomach if that feel hurt. and after a few days after that, his mother felt better than before. She felt the pain in her stomach, and then the mother said, Azam really, as always, really take care of me when I will feel sick or something else that I really need his help. And that's why I call him from the childhood. It's my superhero. Thank you for hearing my story tell, and thank you so much.
Okay, thank you very much for your kindness. Azam, where are you? Over there. There is Azam. Is Azam your friend?
No.
No. It's your own imagination story.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Actually, can you tell me the storyline of the story in a short paragraph?
The son take care of his mom as well as to give feedback for the mom take care his while he was baby.
Like pain of the mother.
Yeah.
Like that. Okay. Maybe for your gesture, it is your first time also.
Yes.
Yes, it is your first time. Okay, that's good job if it is your first time. Okay, get spirit.
Yeah. Thank you.
Maybe like this. When you're telling something, you are not really. Don't think it. Just speak it. Maybe like that. Because I think that you are really memorizing your text over here, right? Maybe you're what kind of the text that I write after this one? After this one, what is this? In the story, if you don't remember it, just speak it.
Yeah.
Just speak it because it is make your speaking more fluently like this. Then it is wasting your time to remember the text exactly in your text. I think like that. And also your story is good
Thank you.
for us to make our motivation to do good to our mother. Your time is up.
Okay, thank you for the time. Laili Dwi Nur Aini. What is your nickname?
Ain.
Aini.
Ain.
Ain.
Yeah.
Okay, Ain. If you become Azam, will you do the same thing
Yes.
as like Azam?
Yes, if I can do it.
Okay. So, what do you think about Azam?
He really nice guys to try to take care of his mom as well, and as he can, and yeah, that's it. What I
Very simple question.
yeah.
Okay. And then the next question: what is the moral value of this story?
To always remember that parents, especially your mom, that give you a birth when you born, right? So you need to give her a feedback that you actually not really, she really not really want to you give a feedback to her, right? But we need to knowing that giving a birth like a pregnant 9 months is not easy. So yeah, that's it.
Yep. The main point is we have to love our family, especially our mother.
Mother.
Thank you very much for the story. And then make comment about your performance. But why did you move the microphone many times?
Maybe it was like my habit when I was nervous. So yeah.
Okay, I think there is something with the microphone.
No.
That's one point. You have to, what is that? You have to remove that habit.
Okay, I will try my best.
It is very good, but I don't know, maybe because you are moving the microphone.
Yeah, I
at
know.
times, so it is, what is that?
body language.
It means something. Maybe the microphone is not comfortable for you. Okay, thank you, but that's all my comment.
And next, let's call participant number 5, Yaisia Nur Intan. For participant number 5, time and place is yours.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I would like to tell story about Charlie has to go away. I hate it when my brother Charlie has to go away. My parents constantly to pray her to be sick. That is parent like under rivers when I complain about how bored I'm without a little brother, they try to make me feel bad by pointing out that his boredom likely surpassed mine. The neighbor cats with his I'll always scared in this family. I like about family and get love. My dad's brothers dropped the baby slide in across the street, and my mom's tablets changed by dishwasher tablets. These tablets is dangerous. But my moms have to drink it. I hate it when Charlie has to go away. It's make me have to pretend to be good until he is back. Thank you for your attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, Yoichi.
My name is Intan.
Intan, not Yoichi.
No.
No. Yoichi, what kind of the story this one?
Charlie has to go away.
Charlie has to go away. That
Yes.
is the title of the
Yes,
story, right?
yes.
Okay. I think my question is, what kind of theme of the story? Is it a kind of family story or what kind of the story of this one? The genre, I mean.
Its story is sad.
It's that story.
Yes.
Is it your own story?
Yes.
Charlie is your brother.
No.
No?
No. It was imagine for the story. Not my brother.
Okay, actually, would you tell me please about Charlie in a short story again? Who is Charlie actually over here?
Charlie is Rita's brother. He is good has good way, and I have to change him in home because he has to go away.
Why? The reason why Charlie has to go away.
I don't know.
You don't know the story.
No.
That's fun. Okay, I think it is your own story, so you know the problem why Charlie has go away. And you don't know the answer. Maybe Mr. Ryopi can help you find the reason.
No.
Okay, Mbak Yoisia. Is that your name?
Intan.
Intan. Okay, Intan, I appreciate your struggle and effort until you come to this stage. That is in the final stage. So, it means that you are very good. And my tips for the next competition, maybe you are joining the next competition. So Intan, when you're writing the story, you have to remember the poem and then support other sentences by your own languages.
Yes.
If you are only memorizing the text originally from other sources, I mean not from your original sources, so it will be difficult because you have to memorize it all.
Yes.
And then for the storytelling, you have to practice many times, because if you never practice it, so when you are joining the competition and then you are in front of the audiences, you will be nervous.
Yes.
So the first point, you have to be confident, improve your confidence, practice many times.
Yes.
And then for improving your confidence, you can speak with the mirror, doing a monologue, saying something to the mirror, and then you have to answer your question, doing monologue. And then the second, actually the judge do not really read the text, but me, I am looking at the performance. If you forget the story, you can improve it. I don't know, I do not read the story carefully, but you can improve your story. You have to pretend that you don't forget the story.
Yes.
That is the tip. You have to pretend that you don't forget the story. And then the last, don't forget about the eye contact, because this is a kind of public speaking. The eye contact is very important. Don't forget to look the audiences, look their eyes one by one. So I guarantee you will be speaking this well, or tell the story very well. That's all. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, Fitri. Actually, you have the confidence, but it is a lack of practice of the story, right? Okay, good spirit, Yoisia.
Intan, bukan
Intan.
Desi.
Okay, Intan. Thank you.
And the last participant, let's call participant number 6. Ayunda Syahda. For participant number 6, time and place is yours.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. My name is Ayunda Syahda Raisa from MTS Putra Putri Simo, and I want to tell you all about story of Alibaba and 40 robbers of 1001 Nights. One day in Persia lived two brothers named Alibaba and Qasim. The younger brother, Alibaba, is a poor is a poor man and worked as wood seller. And his older brother, Kasim, is a rich man, and he never cared about his brother. One day, Ali Baba saw 40 robbers unloading their stolen goods in front of cave. And suddenly, the head of robbers shouted to the cave, "Al-Kazam, open!" And the door's cave was open. And the robbers leave their stolen goods in the cave, and the head of robbers said, "Al-Kazam, close," and the door cave was closed. After they're leaving the cave, Ali Baba approached the cave and tried what the head of robbers did. Al-Kazam opened and the door was open, and Ali Baba said it was great. It is great because he saw so many gold in the cave. Then he went go home, and his wife was surprised because of her husband broke. They agreed to share to their neighbors, and Ali Baba's wife borrowed a job to the Kasim's wife, and Ali Baba's wife and the Kasim's wife put a sticky oil to the jug and sophisticated about it and suspicious about it. Next day, when the jug returned, Kasim's wife found a sparkly in the jug, in the bottom of the jug, and immediately told that to Kasim. And Kasim went to the Ali Baba's house, and Ali Baba stole him anything. Then Kasim go to the cave, and he opened the door cave with spell, but he forgot about to open back the cave, and he's stuck in the cave. This door can be opened, said Kasim, and at the same time the robbers opened the door cave and found that Kasim wanted to bring their stolen goods. And Kasim was killed because Kasim never go home. Ali Baba went to the cave and found out Kasim's body was cut into pieces. And then Ali Baba brought Kasim's body to the cobbler and asked him to sew back Kasim's body. The robbers returned to the cave and found out the dead body
was no longer there, and looking for of the whole town, and met the cobblers, and cobblers tell their anything, and tell their anything. Tell their anything, and it was Alibaba. The robbers went to Alibaba's house, but Alibaba went to another place. But their neighbors, Morgiana, saw it. Next day, one of the robbers disguised himself as oil traders, and Morgiana recognized his face and recognized herself and disguised herself as a dancer and entered Alibaba's house to tell that his guest is a dangerous person. And Morgiana put a knife to Alibaba's clothes, and after everything is done, Alibaba, his wife, and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Ayunda Shahda Raisa. What should I call you?
Shahtar.
Shahda. For the first competition that last year, Alibaba.
Yes.
Alibaba has the magic word. What is the magic word?
I don't know.
You don't know?
In my story that I tell is thus
In the story? I think Alibaba have a magic story to open the cave.
Oh yes, I know. Al-Kazam open.
Al-Kazam open. Oh,
Yes.
that's the magic words
Yes.
to open the cave. What kind of there aren't so many story about Alibaba, right?
Yes.
And outside of the story, who are the character of the story?
Alibaba and his brother Kasim, and the 40 robbers, Alibaba's wife, Kasim's wife, and Alibaba's neighbor, Morgiana.
And Kasim was the brother of the Alibaba, right?
Yes.
Why did Kasim cheated by Alibaba? Or why Alibaba cheated Kasim and until Kasim killed?
Yes.
What is the reason?
Because Kasim is greedy. He wants to take a lot of the gold.
Okay. I think you're mastering about this story, but I know that you really hard to remember all the text of this one. So as the previous contestant of here, we always say that if you really hard to remember the story, just step it up. I think just say what you remember. At least in the storyline, it still continue from the beginning to the last. Because in the storytelling contest like this, because you need the value is not only taken from your textbook over here. It's not only list up from the text over here, but also the intonation, your vocal, your gesture, all have the value, right? I ask you, it is your first time?
Yes,
Yes,
it's my first time.
your first time. You are in the 8th grade, right? Okay, I think that's enough from me. Maybe Mr. Yobi have some additional comment?
Okay, thank you. Raisha.
Shahda.
Shahda. Oh, you are Shahda. Raisha is better because she is beautiful.
Yes, and
Okay, Shahda.
Yeah.
Shahda, I appreciate your effort to tell the story from the beginning until the end. I know it needs very much struggle. Even though you are forgetting the story, but you can improve and then you can recall the story and then tell the story again. My tips, as like my previous comment, if you are telling story, you have to know the point of the story and then you have to retell the story by your own language. You don't need to only copy the text from the source and then just retell the story. So it is like reading the text. And the next is about the body language. But moving your body is reducing your nervous. Don't forget about that. If you are just standing in the stage without moving your body, it makes your body don't comfortable. You can move your body. And also about what is that? I think your pronunciation is good. And about the character, don't forget that this is such kind of folklore. It's a story that is written from ancient or maybe from many years ago. Yeah. For example, when you are switching the character, saying the magic word of Alibaba, don't forget to switch the voice. Alibaba is a man.
Yes.
So you have to say like Alakazam. Okay. What is the magic word?
yes, that,
Alakazam open. Because Alibaba is a man. So it is like, what is that? Watching Harry Potter movie when he is saying the magic word, abracadabra, something like that, with some emphasis in telling that Alakazam open. Yeah, that is my tips. And everything was good, so I like your story. Thank you. That's all my comment.
thank you.
That's enough. Thank you very much.
Give applause. Finally, we come to the end of this event. To close this event, let's reciting Hamdalah. Alhamdulillah.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your coming and your nice attention. Please forgive me. Let me say, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.